I'm sure one day I'll be fine again, but now I can't get you out my head. Thinking about all of the time we spent, I wish that we could go back. I wish that we could go back. I'm sure one day I'll be fine again, but now I can't get you out my head. Thinking about all of the time we spent, I wish that we could go back.
Here comes one.
Hi, I'm Eric.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Chris.
And we're IBIF first. Yay!
Yay! Oh, I don't have a beard open
And
this time.
What?
I know.
Oh, this podcast has already started off to a fucking amazing show, everybody. Jason forgot
We're off.
something to crack.
I don't have anything to crack because I don't have anything. I just have liquor.
You could have faked it and gotten like a Truly or not a Truly. Yeah, you could fake it and get a Truly. You know, could have faked it and got like a seltzer water or something.
I have like a coconut water that could have been like twist topping off of.
No, it's got to be a crack.
Or I could crack it into your ass. Yep, there you go. Assume the position. There you go.
Welcome on in, everybody. It has been 3 weeks since we have done a regular podcast because, unfortunately, I got a really bad sinus infection. And Jason, I don't know, Jason had something. And Chris, unfortunately, had some personal things with the family. Oh, that's right, weddings. And Chris had some personal things with the family. So we took a week off. Not voluntarily by any means, though.
We did not try to.
We would have much rather had that week of podcast than what happened last week. So we'll go with that. But anyways, welcome on in, everybody. I guess we'll go ahead and start. So I, continuing on with the Truly margaritas. This one's their strawberry hibiscus. It's not my favorite. It's a little too sweet. And then I also have...
Dude, I don't know what it is, but like anytime that there's like a artificially flavored anything that's passion fruit or hibiscus, they're 99.9% trash. Like in my opinion, like it's just like, yeah, passion fruit's like overly sweet. I get it, but you didn't have to like just like cram sugar up my nose. And then the hibiscus ones are just like, do you really know what that tastes like, or are you just like assuming that it should taste like plant?
It should taste like
it's
plant.
Not good.
That's what it is. It's like they're like, yeah, what should it taste like? Plant. That's what it tastes like. It's okay.
Reminds me of Hawaii and eating plants.
Yeah, it reminds me of eating that lei that they put around my neck. You know, the snack that they give you when you land on the plane, because they know that you're hungry because that was a long flight. But it wasn't so long that they gave you a full meal. So all you got was like a little bag of peanuts, and that you get in there and they're like, "Hey, have a snack," and you're like, "Sweet, thanks."
It's like one of those candy necklaces, right?
Exactly. That's what it is. It's edible flowers, right? Right.
I get behind it.
We're on the same
behind
page.
it.
I also have a hop nut.
Nice.
Hop nut.
It's nothing
Up in
great.
the floor.
It's
hop
nothing bad.
nut. Some regular beer. Hop nut. Gonna drink some more. Hop nut.
It's probably the only Four Pigs beer that's any good anymore. Hop nut. Chris, what do you have?
Just some basic Coors Light.
See, I have Coors Light, and I was gonna bring a Coors Light just for fun, but all I have are twist top pints. And I was like, I'll bring a hop knot instead of that, because I had to have like the Truly, so it's like, yeah, whatever, we'll do that.
And I'm drinking.
How many Coors Lights do you have, Chris?
I have 3 up here with me.
Yeah, there we go. Bravo. Are the other 2 in the Xbox?
No, the other ones are downstairs.
No, you said
I
you have
got
3
3.
up there with you.
Oh no, yeah, they're just sitting right here.
It's not like he's
No
gonna
fan noise.
savor Coors Lights, man. Like, what do you think he's gonna like sip on
He
these?
has
and,
an
like, really just take in
Xbox
the
Series X
aromatics?
fridge underneath his fucking computer desk. Why wouldn't he use it? It's really easily
It makes too much noise. We've been through this.
It does make too much noise. This thing, that is true.
Yeah.
Would it be a problem if we took it apart and took out one of those fans? That wouldn't be an issue with that fridge, would it? Wouldn't cause any overheating. Microsoft products don't have a history of overheating or anything, do they? Do
Never.
Only if you want to fix
they?
them.
Do they?
Wrap it in towel.
Red
It's
rings,
better
no.
somehow.
Hop nut.
It killed my Xbox hop nut. What whiskey do you have, Jason?
Oh God! So I looked it up before coming upstairs. Goes like, I'm gonna have to say this, and I can't remember. It's the one you.
Oh,
gave
is
me,
it
blue
special
stamp,
whiskey?
Blue. Yeah, it's blue stamp, blue state, blue, brown.
Blue Origin.
It's
Blue
got a
Origin.
nice
It's like space whiskey.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay with that.
I
whiskey
would
in
drink space whiskey.
space.
So, okay. Would you pay extra if you knew that the grains that they used to like germinate and like and grow, or not grow, but like make that alcohol went to space?
No, I don't know, because that's not enough for me. I want it
would.
distilled in space. Space distilled. Everything could be from Earth, could be all ready to go, just distilled in space.
Do
The
they
most
wanna
dangerous
use-
process of this entire thing.
Yeah.
I want it done in the most sensitive environment possible.
One.
That would be mwah.
One, do they want to make a pressure cooker up there? 2,
Exposed flames.
exposed flame. 3, do they want to use that much oxygen? Because remember, folks,
That's
fire
why.
eats oxygen.
That's why it'd be perfect. Elon, get on this shit. That's what you should really be doing. Like, here you are being like, I'm gonna fight Putin. Nah, motherfucker. Go make some space whiskey.
It's
And you know
the water
the
used for the
spokesperson your
whiskey.
space whiskey.
What?
Tim Curry.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like, where's your whiskey from? Space.
And I know what you're about to say, Eric, about being recirculated water that they used
Nope,
to make
it's
it.
not
Even
recirculated
fucking
water.
better.
That's
Oh,
well,
that'd be
okay.
even
Half
better.
of it is. It's half recirculated water, half the tears of the astronauts for having to go oxygen deprived for so long.
Dude, that's the point of this mission. Like, this is not a surprise. Like you're up there touching your fucking touch screens because that's all you have to do to be an astronaut nowadays. And it's just like, you know what? The other half of you, we brought Billy Bob, and he's gonna be your flight coordinator because he's making this fucking brew up here, bros. And you
whoa.
Just touch
you
your
think
screens,
some guy named Billy
screens,
Bob's making moonshine? He's missing at least 2 additional syllables in that name.
And 3 additional teeth. It doesn't matter. He's
No,
making some great
he's got 3. He's got 3 too many teeth.
He has 3 teeth. Yeah, that's right. Making some great
He's missing the rest.
And it's gonna be fucking in space. And it's gonna be made with astronaut piss. I don't understand why this isn't amazing.
Whoa! Did you just say that the whiskey was gonna be fucking in space?
Why not?
So we're filming a porn
that should be
at the
the
same
name
time.
of it. That should be the fucking name of the whiskey. So this is
fucking
great.
in space.
Some whiskey, some single batch fucking in space.
Yeah.
TM.
By Tim Curry.
TM.
Only whiskey made
Suck
in
it,
space.
Elon
I don't understand
Musk.
why we're not funding this. I don't know why we're not funding this. This is
Suck
amazing.
it, Bezos. Suck it. What's his name from Virgin Atlantic? Shit. Oh God.
I can see his dumb face.
It's Branson.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. There we go. Suck it, all of you.
Like it's an R word.
Fucking in space whiskey.
Fucking space whiskey. I love it. I love it so much. I would, to be honest, I would definitely partake in whiskey that was made in space with recirculated water. I'd do it because I'd be like, you know what? Why not? Oh, good. I'm glad that chat agrees that I should remain fat and Eric should have to do all the work.
Yes. Oh, good. It's a good thing I have trigger fire off on that, or else I'd have space getting yelled really loud in my ears right now. Every time on a normal stream, anytime that you type the word space or M in our chat, it just has Tim Curry yell spice. Oh man. Okay, so we have 3 weeks worth of news.
Impossible. There's no way that we're gonna we should.
But it doesn't look like it's 3 weeks worth of news. I think we missed some stuff, or either that or we didn't go back far enough.
There's some stuff that I was just like, nah, it's too old. I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
A few things.
That is okay. We'll start off with speaking of Bezos. Lost Ark has already removed 1 million bot accounts, but it's still already past 20 million players worldwide. Or no, globally, not including Korea, if I remember right. Maybe it includes Korea. I don't know. Either way, that's a lot of fucking people playing some Lost Ark.
Yep.
A lot of people. I don't care who you are.
In other Bezos news, even though Bezos has really technically nothing to do with Amazon anymore, Amazon is also eyeing a God of War TV series.
Yeah. Only if they go back to the original. If it's just
that's the thing
Greek.
that I was like,
They have to go Greek. They'd have to. If they came in being like we're doing it Viking and shit like that, no. Mm-hmm. It's gotta go Greek. Or they could try to do maybe some other spin-off, like they could do the Egypt side if they're not going to plan on making that game, or maybe even like cover Japan for some fucking reason because it kind of like hinted at that at the end of God of War that they're gonna like
because they're all over the world. Yeah,
exactly.
Kill all the gods.
Yeah.
All the gods.
I don't know. I'm not like. Don't get me wrong. I am super pumped for Last of Us on HBO. Like super pumped. I think it's gonna look awesome and it looks dope.
It looks great.
But I'm just super nervous. I'm just super nervous about video game TV shows being the new video game movie.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, though, is that they're doing it on ones. Well, except for Halo, they're doing it on ones that have a foundation of great storytelling through the game itself. And that's not to say that Halo doesn't. It's more the Halo TV series does not sound nor look like it's really based on the video games that much.
Well, what network is Halo coming out on?
It's coming out on Peacock?
Paramount Plus.
Paramount.
Right,
Paramount
or what? Yeah, whatever. So that right there is the reason. you can't put out a mature rated game and be like, hey, guess what? It's PC, and all just like that. No. That's why I'm excited for Last of Us, because it's mature as fuck game, and they're gonna put it on HBO, and they're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna show people getting like their brains blasted out and really cover some of like the dark aspects of this, and that's what I'm excited about most.
Yeah,
because actually, like, no kid should be playing this. Like anyone that still has the idea that video games are for children, you're a fucking idiot. And now it's time for you to like go home, grandma, because you're a billion years old. Like there's no reason for anyone to say that. No, 1,000% true. Because if you're saying that, then you're obviously still over 80 and you have no idea. Like you just don't. And you're not listening to this podcast. So I'm clear to say that.
You are. It's fine. Hey, 80-year-olds, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Sticking with Halo, since we brought that up, and that was completely unintentional, but it's such a great segue. Halo Infinite's co-op campaign has been delayed again. For those of you that remember, it was originally supposed to be at launch. Then it was May 3rd, in time for season 2 of their stupid multiplayer bullshit, fuckery, dumbass stuff. And now it's not even to hit that. They do say that it's supposed to drop sometime in season 2, but Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck, people?
But I mean, this is why the game was already like $20. Like I was at Costco like 2-3 weeks ago, and it was already like on sale for like $29, and I was just like, holy shit, this is a brand new game, and here it is, physical copy for $30.
Well, I mean, all that they had to do was sell you like a $20 Xbox Game Pass subscription for a year or two, and you get Halo Infinite as well.
Well, I'm still just saying, like any other Game Pass game, you go out there and like if it's brand new like that, if you're buying a physical copy of it, guess what? Full price, motherfucker. Like it's just like deal with it. That's just kind of understood. Here we have a first party title by Microsoft that they're just like, yeah, of course, like get it on Game Pass and all just like that, but it's still the physical edition. That they should stick by their pricing to be like, you know what? You shouldn't buy it physical because you can buy into Game Pass a lot cheaper. That should be their marketing angle, not being like, oh yeah, sorry, this game sucks. Here it is cheaper. Don't buy Game Pass. I don't get any of that. So I'm still shocked.
I am as well. But hey, whatever. I think someone went a little too far back because that experimental fusion reactor we did talk about before. Yeah, we did. I remember talking about it. I remember talking about it. Was it? Yeah. MiHoYo spending... Okay, well, we'll say it again. MiHoYo is spending money, that sweet, sweet Genshin money, on an experimental fusion reactor.
I think that we talked about that. We didn't talk about that on the podcast.
No, because I remember specifically saying...
or something like that.
I remember specifically saying the headline that way, is they're spending that sweet, sweet Genshin money.
Well, they have so much sweet Genshin money, so
maybe it was on patch notes. Who knows? Either way, it's still funny as fuck, everybody.
Still funny as fuck.
Let's see here. Okay, Intel is reportedly pushing motherboard manufacturers to drop DDR4 support on 12th gen boards, despite a shortage of DDR5 memory because they don't have enough of the controller chips that go on it. Not the memory. Like the memory, they can manufacture that, but DDR5 specifically has controller chips on them, and that's like one of the things that helps with it because it's built into the memory. It's supposed to happen to be on the board, and you can't really get a lot of DDR5 memory, or it's really fucking expensive. And I think the only reason that they're doing that is because they want to be able to say like, no, we support DDR5, and then testing between an AMD next gen and an Intel 12th series will be much faster on the Intel one because you're going to have higher memory bandwidth. At the same point, a 6900 Ryzen has already been tested and blows a Core i9 12th series out of the water. So that's reported setups. It's not from any like traditional like full on vetted band or like tests or anything like that, but that is what is leaking out now, is that the next Ryzens, which were supposed to be a huge improvement over the current ones, are going to destroy the Intels, as they should theoretically. Yep. And they use about a third of the power that the Intels do. which is the same thing that we talked about before with the current Ryzens. Like, that's the biggest problem that I have with the Intels. It's like, I had no problem saying, like, hey, good job. Like, you made some fast processors, because they're fast. But man, oh man, do they take up a lot of juice.
It takes so much power.
Yeah, crap ton.
Which is what I'm hearing about the 4000 series NVIDIA GPUs.
Oh, yeah.
A shit ton more power.
One of them's supposed to top out at, like, almost 800 watts just for the GPU, if I remember right. Ridiculous. That's like the 4090. But it's like, Jesus. Although... because I don't remember if we put this in here. Some of the reporting... Actually, I think we didn't put it in because it was kind of like hearsay. The reported 4060s, much like how the 3060 was the same speed or faster than a 2090 or 2080, the 4060s are supposed to be the same speed as a 3090 in performance, which is
ridiculous.
Insane. Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Let's see here. Oh, speaking of chip shortages, hey, look at that. It's nowhere near. I'm just looking through it. I'm like, oh yeah, we could just talk about this. So you thought the chip shortage might be coming to an end because COVID is, COVID's not a thing anymore, right? It's not a thing. We don't have COVID here in the West or in the East or the West. The West. We're in the West. We don't have it here. We don't have it in civilization. Like, that's not a thing anymore, right?
Nope.
Wow.
It's so American. It's over. It's over.
It's It's not in America. It's not in Europe. It's not. It's nowhere. No. China's shutting down again because they actually have their largest outbreaks of COVID since COVID, and they're shutting down. Actually, there's a Foxconn facilities are completely shutting down in one of the cities, and they're going to have a lot of issues. However, if you thought COVID was the only problem, no, everybody, no, we got our good old friend Putin to thanks for the next ones coming up. Because, if you didn't know, Ukraine is the second largest supplier of neon in the world. And you know what neon's used for? Making chips.
Cool shit.
So, it's not just for bar signs, everybody. Apparently, we're going to have a chip shortage thanks to good old Putin. Yeehaw! Thanks, Putin.
Get out your encyclopedia, open up the periodic table of elements, and then go look up neon, and then open up your other encyclopedia, go to ends, it's the end book that you want to open up, and look under neon, and then you'll see all the different things. Now, first, don't read about the bar signs. Go to the neon element section, and that'll give you a little bit more of a breakdown on what it is. It's pretty cool. There you go. The more you know. Get out those Encyclopedia Britannicas from your grandparents' house. They're probably using them as like a end table or on a bookshelf.
They're literally just using them.
1950.
They're using it to fill up their bookshelves, so it looks like they have a giant library.
That's right. Yeah, it's probably in every single one of you have a library, and it's like the bottom rung of the entire thing because it's like 800 books to the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot. There you go. Yeah,
there you go.
Read a book. Fuck the library.
Chat would really like everybody to know that P is stored in the balls. In the balls, thank you, chat.
Is it Encarta?
Yeah,
Encarta was the online. Yeah. God, I remember.
Online. Here's your 8 disc.
Oh my God. I think I had a 12-disc one.
Yeah, good old Encarta 98 or whatever and shit like that. And just like, let's.
Christ.
It had 3D renders. I remember you could look up a dinosaur and be like, whoa,
that looks like a dinosaur.
Dope. I'm gonna play some more Math Blasters.
Yeah.
For those of you talking about how you read on your phones because it helps you go to sleep at night, you want to help to go to sleep at night? Start reading an encyclopedia. What's going to happen is you're going to start to get a little drowsy, and you'll be sitting there like this, and then it's going to fall on your face and knock you out, and you'll be done.
Done that a few times.
I've had my phone do that multiple times where I'm sitting there, like, fuck.
Oh yeah. Watching some boring ass anime, falling asleep, and it's just like, bam, right in the face.
Yep.
Oh shit. Well, might as well finish this episode.
Speaking of Russia, hey, look at that. We've got more segues going on, everybody. Russia now has zero gaming market. Zero.
I mean, aside from all the posts of Grand Theft Auto 4 and on Grand Theft Auto memes that they post constantly, that's all that I see from Russian gaming.
I mean, yes, but you can't buy hardware, can't buy software. Like, all consoles are shut down, online stores are shut down, everything in out. And not just that, like, even if, so the great thing is, like, even if they were still selling online, they don't have the ability to run credit cards and shit like that, because that stuff's been turned off as well. So it really sucks for the Russian people.
Right. And that's what kind of sucks even more. It's just like, and what even is more infuriating if you really get into it, is just like the people that are probably causing this big problem aren't the ones playing games that are looking
oh, they are.
Escape.
Oh, no, they're playing games, all right. They're playing a dangerous
No, that are causing
game.
this. Oh, war games.
War games.
They're playing war games.
They're playing global thermonuclear war. It is a game. Which is funny because we were joking about that right before the podcast started. Actually, it's probably somewhere in the outtakes. But yeah, we are getting they're getting IRL kill streaks. Yeah, they're getting they're playing a real life version of war games. Yeah, you know, all the great things. It's awesome. But Russia has zero gaming market now completely. And that's what we'll talk about with that, because I mean, this is a video game podcast.
Yep.
Other than fuck Putin.
Yeah, keep it light.
Anyways, let's go on to some video game news. All right. Grand Theft Auto. Oh wait, no, I guess this isn't. This is still going into that. Grand Theft Auto 7 is no longer being released in Russia as well too.
Grand Theft Auto 7?
Or not Grand Theft Auto. Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo. You were saying Grand Theft Auto, and then I see GT7, and I'm like, Gran Turismo 7 is not being sold in Russia anymore for the launch. Cool news. Gran Turismo 7 will allow for uploading of custom livery. The only downside is that you have to upload it to a specific site, which is fine. In 15K or smaller SVG files, which means that they have to be vector graphics. If you don't know what vector graphics are, it's using math to make an image. Which means it can't be super complex. So, like, I can't put the full I Beat It First logo on there because we don't have the guns that do our wings in vector. However, the skull is in vector. And you know how small I got that fucking thing down to? 14K in SVG format. So that's right, people. We're going to have an I Beat It First mobile somewhere in Gran Turismo 7. Let's see here. Wait, there was another thing about Gran Turismo I wanted to make sure I get into it. Oh, yeah, here we go. People are also complaining about Gran Turismo 7, saying that the license tests are too hard. Because you can get a bronze easily, and actually I think the biggest one that they were saying is the A9 test, which is hairpin turns. Like, that's the biggest one that I've seen people bitching about the most. And they're like, well, you could get a bronze easy enough, but it's like almost impossible to get a gold. Like, they're making it too hard. Everybody that is playing this game and bitching about it forgets that you can use Gran Turismo 7 to get a racing license. That's how simulated this simulator is. So, the fact that it's hard to get a gold on a hairpin turn, damn Skippy, it's hard to get a gold on a hairpin turn. You know how hard it is to do a hairpin turn in a real car? Fuck you, dude. Get good, scrub. That's all I got to say. Apparently, the sim is too good at simulating, and people are not happy about it. We want our sim, but we don't want it that sim. Which,
I understand that feel.
They want Forza
I understand
Horizon,
that feel.
not Gran Turismo.
Yes, and that's what I was just gonna say. Is like, to be fair, at least like we acknowledge like one of the great things about Forza Horizon is that it's got like the new one's got like just the right amount of sim, but then just the right amount of arcade fuckery. So you're not having to worry about changing your tires, changing your oil, getting a car wash because the dirt on your car affects your aerodynamics.
Adjusting your tire pressures.
Adjusting your tire pressure, yes.
Well, you can do some of that, but yes.
Yes.
But like having to get that.
Yeah,
having
to.
And if you don't, and then you get like through like a 15-minute race and you're just like, fuck, I forgot to wash my goddamn car.
Yep. I forgot to change my oil. And then as you're sitting there, it's like you get to the checkered line, getting ready to start, and you're like, yeah, here we go. Oh fuck,
Engine's
that
gone.
shit is brown. Like, well, shit. All right, let's see here. Moving on, we'll keep in Sony news. The Valkyrie series is making a comeback, everybody. Valkyrie Elysium is going to come out on the PS4 and the PS5 later this year.
And PC.
They just released Lilith.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they just released Lilith.
It's re-released Lilith, isn't it?
Right. It will, because it was a PlayStation PlayStation portable game.
Yes.
Is what the original Valkyrie one is. And it was phenomenal. Loved the shit out of that game. And then they re-released it most recently, so I'm happy to hear that they're going to make more titles, because it was a great game. Great.
Yeah, they were great. It was a great series. So yeah, and it looks like they've updated it, and I mean, graphically, what they showed was amazing looking. So I'm super duper pumped about that. Let's see here. I'm just gonna ask a question. Do we really need to talk about Artesian builds? No, we don't. Fuck Artesian builds. No. They're a bunch of stupid idiots. There we go. Is that enough? I think it's enough.
They're stupid idiots and they don't exist anymore.
Yep, they don't. All right. Sure, we'll go with this. We'll go in this order. Apple has unveiled a new Mac Studio. So it's a brand new computer. It basically looks like two Mac Minis stacked on top of each other. I think that's realistically what it is. And it's supposed to sit somewhere between the Mac Mini and the Mac Pro. But from everything that they're saying, it's going to be faster than a Pro. I'm not entirely certain on this. It's basically, they took two M1 Maxes and then they soldered them together. And made one giant chip.
A PS3 and a PS2 taped them together. There's your PS5.
Now, everything that they're saying is that they're going to rival the 3090 in graphics performance. It's possible. However, they did also say that they were going to rival a 3080, and that did not happen. I can tell you that right now. And it's supposed to be extremely fast, which the M1 Max processor is a very, very fast processor. And everything that they're saying about it is the way that their architecture is working on this and the way that the operating system works is it doesn't even see it as like a dual processor system. It literally just sees it as one single processor, which is cool in my opinion. So we got that going for us. All right. Apparently chat is really making me do exercises today. I'm so glad that I just took my last antibiotic like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, you're done. You're good.
I'm done. I'm cured. We're good. Speaking of a computer getting faster, computers are getting faster, everybody, which means that passwords can now be cracked even easier than before. So it used to be that it would take, it was like 12 years to crack a 12 character passcode using just lowercase. Now it's 2 days. However, you add in uppercase and lowercase letters into that, not even adding in numbers, not doing fuckery or anything like that, it immediately jumps it to 24 years. So this is all exponential. Like, I don't know if you've ever looked at any of this chat or people listening, but it's like you could break something super easily, brute force, like a 4-digit code or anything like that. It still takes 438 trillion years to break an 18-digit code with numbers, upper and lowercase letters and symbols. That's a lot of.
That's why my password is just Jason is cool in hexadecimal. Good luck, fuckers.
Well, I can just figure that out right now. Wait, I just have to type that. Jason is cool in
years. Take you 18 years to type that all out.
It's this.
It's this. Actually in hexadecimal. That is the password.
Shh, that's my secret. That's my secret.
There you go, everybody. There's Jason's password.
Jason is cool in hexadecimal.
It's so. I think the worst part about doing the long
capital J
things, and my no, you said it was all lowercase. My normal thing for the longest time is 12 letters or more, stringed together of nonsensical words. It's been that way for years now. And it's just gone up more and more. Like I think my current one's at like 20 something letters for it. But the worst part about doing that is that you're typing something so long and you're constantly like spacebar. You're like, nope, fuck, not spacebar. Spacebar. Nope, god damn it, not spacebar. Oh man. Yep. But yeah, so check your passwords, folks. Check your passwords. I have no idea what the hell is going on right there. Oh.
They're just trying to make you work out more.
I'm so happy. It's so good because I'm still having to like mute my mic to cough every now and then. I've still got mucus up here, and I'm gonna be doing exercise after this. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Intel. Speaking of processors and whatnot, Intel is finally going to unveil their Arc laptop GPUs at the end of this month on 30/30. Which, granted, not the greatest in performance, like we've talked about that. However, not bad if they're finally going to, like, if they're just going to release Arc with every single laptop that is like $500 or more. Right then and there, you've got a basic gaming laptop. Because it's the current ones are 1660 performance. It's perfectly fine for playing a lot of games. I mean, that's not bad. So you need a basic streaming rig, something that like you're gonna do all your gaming, and then you just want something to run your stream through. There you go, $500. That's it. That's all you need. Basic streaming set. Then you can use something like NDI or something like that in order to run the video directly to your computer. But yeah, that's the best way to go, everybody. This week, on Thursday, 3/17, also St. Patrick's Day. And I don't know if they meant to coincide this or not. They don't. I mean,
makes sense to me.
They let underage kids drink in this, so why not? Hogwarts Legacy is going to have a state of play on Twitch and YouTube on this Thursday. So if you guys are Harry Potter fans and you're looking forward to the new Harry Potter game, there you go. But it's not Harry Potter. It is Hogwarts. It's Hogwarts. It's not Harry Potter. It's not even Potter. Actually, I think it's Potterverse, but that's about it. But it's supposed to be like open world and whatnot. We'll
Potterverse?
Potterverse.
I've never heard that before. Seriously, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
Shit can verse. They might as well call it Potterverse. What the fuck?
Oh, we lost Chris.
Good old Chris. Now it's like a thing.
That wasn't even the Wizarding World. Everything is Potterverse. Wizarding World. It's the Wizarding World. It's Potterverse. Because it's the Wizarding World of Harry Potter as well. It's all done. Yeah, but see, that's still saying Harry Potter.
The game looks cool. The game looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but Potterverse being the term I flipping hate. I don't know. I'm just like so mad about that. Irrationally, I don't understand that either.
Wait, because it's not Harry Potter anymore. That's why, chat. Why can't we say Harry Potter? All right. I'll wait to talk about that one. I'll wait to talk about that one because that one's just funny. We already talked about that one. Okay. This one's funny. We don't need Chris here to talk about it. New Steam Deck orders. So if you have not ordered a Steam Deck yet, everybody, you can go on the Steam Deck website, go to steamdeck.com, and you can reserve one and get ready to come out for when they start shipping in October at the earliest. Like, seriously, it is March, and they're like, yeah, October at the earliest. But, you know,
I mean,
We talked about the whole chip shortages, so.
And plus, what I'm still just like mad, like just can't believe is name one peripheral that Steam or Valve has released that's just been like, wow, fucking fantastic.
The Index. It's just really fucking expensive. The Index is a fantastic VR headset. It is not the most comfortable, but quality-wise, like everything like that, fantastic. Way overpriced, 100%.
It's just there's not enough. There's not enough at least to make me be like, yes, I need to definitely buy one of these or get on the waiting list. Because just like, if there's any company, like, don't get me wrong, Valve's obviously set themselves up right. They have plenty of money to burn and all that jazz like that. But if there's any company that's just like, hey, I'm making hardware cool, I'm gonna wait, it'd be Valve. It'd be Valve 1000%. And Google. I'm not gonna buy any fucking hardware from Google. That's just dumb. Gaming.
I was gonna say Nexus phones, Pixel phones.
Pixel phones. I didn't mean gaming hardware though.
Yes. Hey, Chris is coming in. There he is.
Here comes Chris.
Here comes Chris. Here comes two. Jesus Christ.
I like that we're just now talking with He-Man and Skeletor.
I hope there's a Snickers in your pocket, He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Man, is your camera not starting up, Chris?
Yeah.
Close NVIDIA broadcast and reopen NVIDIA broadcast. I always have a Snickers in my pocket, Skeletor.
I always have a Snickers in my pocket for you.
Oh my.
Oh my.
All right, 50% of Bitcoin transactions on Steam were fraudulent. So, yeah.
I mean, surprising no one. I mean, let's be like,
if you're gonna use Bitcoin to buy a video game,
obviously, yeah. Wait, use this volatile currency to totally buy a $60 game. That's what makes sense to me.
Sounds smart to me.
I'm definitely not I'm definitely not fraudulent whatsoever. My name is Hugh Man, and I live in Connecticut.
It's Jas. Hugh Jas.
You
Jas. Amanda Hug and Kiss. I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss that has a Snickers in their pocket.
IP Freely, Esquire.
I'm IP Freely. I'm Amanda Hug and Kiss. I got a phone call for you.
I'll level with you, sir. This is a joke that really backfired on me.
Oh,
what a nice man.
Oh, I feel really bad for you, boy. It's okay. Don't worry about it. What a fine young man.
Simpsons.
It's been forever since I've seen that, but I'm pretty certain that that's pretty much how that conversation went down.
Very close to it.
All right. Well, Chris is here, even though audibly, not visually. Razer
representing Chris is Skeletor He-Man
in a loving homosexual embrace.
The camera apparently doesn't want to work anymore.
Oh my gosh!
You can try unplugging your camera and plugging it back in.
Yeah, I need to. I think I opened up the settings as like driver error.
Oh god damn it! Of course it is. All right, Razer has unveiled a new Bluetooth mic, audio mixer, and RGB lights. And the best part about this is I shared this in our Slack channel, and Chris is like, RGB, all the things. I'm like, yeah, no one gives a fuck about RGB lights. However, a Bluetooth mic is pretty awesome. I can get down with
if they can get rid of any delay. Yeah, if they can get rid of any delay, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, current Bluetooth setup is supposed to have like 0 delay almost, which is fine. A lot of USB audio and whatnot will have a delay, but yes, that is a question. It's like, can we get rid of the delay? RGB does not make things pretty. RGB is like putting lipstick on a pig half the time.
This is pretty.
Yeah, but that was already pretty.
Pretty.
It was already pretty, Jason. It was already
Yay!
This is pretty. It's got the RGB. Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Chris is pretty. He's got the RGBs.
Prettier.
My entire room's getting lit up for pretties.
Anyways, oh man, someone get RGBs on Chris. It'll make him prettier. All right, but a Bluetooth mic, totally fucking awesome for if you're doing remote streaming, like what Chris did on this last weekend, where he was doing a ghost hunt with Isla. That would actually work really, really well. I mean, obviously, you know, hindsight being 2020, I was like, you really could have just used any Bluetooth headset, and he was like, no, I could, no, shit.
Well, it would have been better just for the mic too, so I can actually don't have like a headset on, so I can actually hear other things.
Well, you just get like one earbud. But yes, you would have been missing out on some possible like auditory setup. However, there's a chance you could have heard audio coming through into the earbud. True. That maybe would have not been picked up by the naked ear. Either way, though, that could have been something you could have done. Or, like I said, I was like, man, if you gave me, like a little bit more timing, or, I wasn't on antibiotics this week, I could have given you the lapel mic that I bought specifically for doing things like this at E3. But, que sera. We can figure that stuff out later on for Chris. Make those streams better. The stream went great. Audio was a little suspect half the time just because it's hard to hear when someone turns away from the phone. But other than that, picked up some solid paranormal evidence.
Like literally sitting right here.
Yeah.
Chest mount. I'm like, let me look at chat a little bit. Okay.
I still think you should try using your DJI Osmo and see if it can capture the software for DJI and that feed that's coming through from the camera.
Don't know if that works.
You should try it. That might work. If that works, that's totally dope, dude. I'm telling you. Either way, though, Bluetooth mic, awesome. I want to give it a try. Audio mixer. I mean, hey, there needs to be more solutions because right now there's really only one really good solution, one okay solution, and then a bunch of ones that you're like, I could spend money on that. Is it gonna break in 3 months? I don't know. Because right now the only cheap solution that I've found for an XLR mic is using a Blue Icicle, and that's it.
Razer's just not my favorite company on the planet.
They're not my least favorite company on the planet, though. They're just kind of like one of those memeable companies, but every now and then you're just like, that's some pretty good shit. Not everything's a slam dunk, but hey, that's all right.
I guess.
Yep. I guess. All right.
I guess maybe they should send us some shit and we'll find out.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, prove Jason wrong. Show Jason that he's wrong, everybody. Seagate, speaking of galactic corporations, Seagate has begun selling solid-state drives and hard drives that look like Beskar.
From Star Wars, or more commonly known as Lukeverse, fucking Potterverse, goddamn bullshit.
Okay, so the external hard drives, like the standard hard drives, I'm like, yay! It looks like my fucking Seagate drive that I have connected to my PS5, just with a Beskar thing popped on it. However, the solid-state M2s with Beskar heat spreaders. That's dope looking.
Dude, they all look so dope. They all look so dope. And then, I was like, I'm buying one right now. I don't even give a shit. And I was just like, wait, where would my... Because I was going to buy an SSD. And I was just like, where would it go? And then my case is just like, it'd go in this slot. You would never see it again. It's just like, I don't need to do that.
Jason, your motherboard has 2 M2 slots on it, I think.
No, I looked.
It's just one?
It doesn't.
Oh, sweet. Hey, Jason, I have a card for you. It's literally
it's true. I could do
it's like $20. It's a PCI card, a PCI Express card.
PCI card
that you could just get another fucking solid state drive for. And it works.
Doesn't it downgrade the speed just a little bit though?
Not much.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Not much. Not any more than
okay.
what you currently have, because it's just PCI Gen 3 anyways on both of our motherboards. We don't have Gen 4.
No. No, we do not.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Well,
I can help you with that.
But then I'll have the card, the expansion card here, and then the M2 will be on the bottom again, facing the bottom of my case, which means I don't see shit.
No, we're reformatting your drive. We're starting from scratch again. We're putting the
and
the
Beskar
one. Yeah, we're putting the Beskar one in the main. We're gonna be smart about this and cause extra work.
Yes.
So we put the Beskar one up on top, and it's you'll see it like every time that you mildly glance into the computer case.
But I'll know, and I'll be like,
yeah, Beskar.
Star.
Reminds me of Luke verse. my favorite movie metaverse of Luke, of Skywalkerton.
Skywalkerton.
Like, what's it gonna be this shit? Like, I get
it's
Marvel.
Skywalkertania, okay?
Skywalkertania.
Skywalkertania.
Yeah. We should just change it all to consumer horrorism and be happy and just be like, cool, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm ready for the new movie from Consumer Horrorism verse. That sounds good to me.
I'm a consumer whore. And how?
And how? Like,
How?
we're fucking talking about buying these fucking Beskar like SSDs. Like, just like, hey, there's global pandemic and war going on. Fuck that. Star Wars hard drives.
Pretty much. Hey, speaking of global war, Stalker 2 has been delayed due to, well,
War.
we're talking about gestures vaguely.
Gestures everywhere. Hey, you want to play a game in Russia where you're a Russian going around shooting things? Let's play that right now.
We may not want to release that yet, guys. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard things, but I think we want to like maybe hold off on it. Why don't we change the title to Stalker Hogwarts? And now we can just like be like, yo, it's part of the Potterverse, and we can shoot
Stalker
people in Hogwarts.
Unbound.
Exactly. Muggles versus wizards, and just fucking like go to town. That would be amazing.
Oh,
you have people with automatic rifles, and then you have people casting Leviosa and bullshit, and it's just like, go to town, guys. Lift me up before I cap your ass. Let's do it. I don't know who would win. I honestly don't know. And it may sound like I'm making fun, but I'm dead serious. This game sounds dope the more I think about it.
So that is one of the questions though, that's always come up when we were watching Harry Potter is like, who would actually win? Like, we got the bomb.
They can teleport things.
Leviosa this bitch.
I mean, they technically couldn't they? No, you just go right on back. Return to sender.
Yeah, but it's not like it's impact needed. They could just be like,
true, but then you have to plan that out. Yeah, you have to get it there. You have to plan it out. I mean, yeah, there's shields. There's like, healing spells. They can go back in time, with things. They give it to a 5-year-old. Then you know that someone in like the actual
she
military
was
has time travel.
12. But yes, they gave a magical time traveling trinket to a 12-year-old. Who knows?
So the military's got something that's like maybe a little bit better. You have something that they can do some damage with. And then they still decided that Hitler was a good idea. No, you know what? We're not going to abuse our power that way.
That's a very good question. Where the fuck were they with Hitler?
Right? If they've been around this whole time, hey, I think there's someone else we need to be blaming for this. I think Hogwarts is on the wrong side of this war, if you know what I'm saying.
What if? What if?
I
No,
mean,
I'm not going down that
Yeah,
route.
no, this is getting dark real
I am
fast.
not going deeper into this.
Oh my
Not
God.
at all. We can go down a rabbit hole.
Video
Real
game
quick.
podcast, everybody. Video game podcast.
All right, let's hear. Okay,
fuel muggles.
I guess I should have done this earlier because we were talking about hackers. Hackers have breached Samsung now. Yay. And apparently they stole the source code for Galaxy phones.
Okay. Release it without bloatware. Be heroes to everyone.
I'm pretty sure that's not what they're going to do with it.
It's
Definitely not what they're going to do with it. Because realistically, the sourceware of Galaxy phones without the bloatware is Android. But yeah, this is it's not good, to say the least. So be careful with the Galaxy phones, everybody. Let's see here. Bungie's next main IP is rumored to be a third-person competitive action game.
Meh.
Okay.
Might actually still be part of Destiny. And what they have said is that the Witch Queen, the latest expansion, which we'll talk a little bit more about later, is actually priming for the end of Destiny 2. Like, that is now the beginning of the end moving forward. So there's not like a whole lot of life left in Destiny 2. So they definitely are going to be moving on to their other games that they've got in development, as well as, serving their new Sony overlords. So we've got that. Oh God, man, I didn't plan this out very well because I want to end on good news, and there's not really any of them. In news that gave me a migraine when I read it, Anthony Mackie's Twisted Metal will air on Peacock. Let that sink in, everybody. Anthony Mackie, so Falcon, is starring in a Twisted Metal TV series. The one with the giant flaming head clown that drives a
Sweet
killer
Tooth
clown. And
Yep.
yeah, I wasn't going to say his name. I'm just like saying it, and goes around massacring people, and it's going to air on Peacock. What could possibly go wrong? It does not sound
Nothing
good.
at all.
Nothing.
I mean, if you're paying for Peacock, you deserve it.
Oh,
Will
man.
it be on the free version of Peacock?
I gotta hope that my wife canceled that, because after the Olympics, I was like, oh yeah, we got to cancel this. Which it didn't help.
Then you deserved it.
We didn't get to like miss out on all the commercials. I think we talked about this already.
Yeah,
It's like the
we
bullshit
did.
about
We
the
did. And that
Super
pissed me
Bowl.
off even more. That made me super mad too.
So pissed. All right, last but not least, the Vector V2 security flaw has been found to not only affect Intel and ARM processors, but also AMD processors. And Intel made sure to let everybody know. They were like, oh, no, we found the same security vulnerability in AMD processors. However, the fix for Intel has a 35% performance impact, while the fix for AMD processors has a 5% performance impact. So, yeah, all that leg room that Intel made with their 12 series processors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Womp.
And they still use too much power. But that's beside the point. All right. We are we're almost exactly an hour in, and we're out of news, everybody. Not bad for 3 weeks worth of news. Woohoo!
Not bad at all. I think we did pretty good.
We did pretty well. All right.
I'll take it.
Who wants to go first? Chris, you want to go first?
Sure. I don't have too much. So I did play a little bit of First Class Trouble, which, for those that don't know, First Class Trouble, it's a social deception game, kind of like Among Us or Goose Goose Duck, but first person 3D. You gotta try find some key cards to move up to levels. There's like 3 different levels, I think.
It was a
So
PlayStation Plus
then...
free game in November too.
Right.
When it launched on PlayStation. It had been in early access on Steam for quite a while. I think didn't we started playing that back in May? Is that right? No, before that. April before Spooky even got deployed was the first times that we started playing it and talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, fun game. So I played that with Spooky on her stream and Island Havy and some other people that we all kind of joined up on there. And
I was watching that because there's a lot of changes that have been made to that within as far as like making it easier, because it used to be a pain in the ass. Like one of the things that Spooky pointed out, like she's like it sucks because like no one will go into the airlocks anymore without grav boots. I'm like, well, yeah, because that's just fucking stupid. No one wanted to go into an airlock anyways at any time because someone would accidentally shoot you out the airlock, whether they were good or bad. Sometimes they wouldn't be humanoids, and they'd just be like, oops, my finger slipped.
I did that once.
Womp
It
womp.
wasn't actually on accident.
Well, we
I
all have.
I clicked the skill check a little too quickly. I was like, sorry.
Oops.
It
It is a fun game.
Yeah, it was fun. And then a lot of Phasmo. Dude, it was last week playing on Nightmare with Bulldog, and
Yes, it was. It was last week.
we got a couple piece of evidence. We're like, okay, we're thinking it's twins, because you only get 2 pieces of evidence on Nightmare. We're like, all right, we're thinking twins, and then Bulldog's like, oh, ghost orbs. It's a mimic. Like, oh, because mimics kind of show ghost orbs as like a trick. But here you only get 2 pieces of evidence where you have 2 pieces, and now you're showing ghost orbs. Yeah, you're a mimic. Thanks for tipping your hat.
Yep.
And then again with the actual live action Phasmo, doing some ghost hunting with Sin Knight and Isle Link. We did one a week
Twice.
ago.
Did we talk? Was
twice.
the last one? The last one was after the last podcast too. So you've done 2 technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So the first one she just streamed it. We're at a cemetery. Got some creepy shit. And then this past week we all 3 streamed it and had like chest mounts. For it. We did at a local bar here, which I've heard from some bartenders that at night it gets all spooky. So got some ghost orbs and stuff, and
I mean,
it was fun.
Any bar can get spooky at night.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. You get the right amount of drunk perverts in there, and
I was gonna say, just ask any 22-year-old girl in any bar spooky at night.
They'll be like, I am afraid to be at any bar at night. Let me tell you something.
As just a fair-skinned man, I've been in that situation more than I care to admit. No, sir. I assure you, I do not want to have a Cosmo.
I love
especially not one that looks that way.
Yeah, the females in chat are like, "Yep, can confirm."
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. I apologize so much. It sucks.
That one we were up till like 5 a.m. is when we eventually called it, because we waited till after close to start, so it was just us in the bar and a couple bartenders.
But you only streamed for an hour.
It was about 2 hours.
Was the VOD 2 hours?
I think it kind of split up.
Oh, okay.
One of them, because I think it actually like ended stream. I'm like, wait, let me pull this back up.
Chris accidentally hit a button.
As like I was showing before, like the phone's like right here. I'm like, we're chat. I'm like, how much battery do I have left?
If only you had the 20 amp battery pack that you could plug in.
Oh my.
If only. Actually, I think you have a larger one, don't you? Isn't yours like 24 amps?
I think that one got stolen.
Oh!
Too much amps. Thievery they couldn't resist the amplitude.
I hope the guy that stole that knew what he was getting. Like, I hope he looked at it and be like, this thing's got a fuck ton of amps.
I think it was fucking beefy.
Why he stole it? Duh. Look at that. Give me them amps.
All right. Is that it? Only those 2 games? Plus then IRL Phasmo?
I think so.
Some Goose Goose Duck?
I don't think I played Goose Goose Duck the past few weeks.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jason, you or me?
I have 4. What do you got?
3. One of which we have combined a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll talk about my 3, and then you can come in and talk. Well, I beat the one that we're combined on, I think.
Probably, but I'll be able to supply some yeses and nos and can confirm, and you're stupid on that, so we can at least talk about that. So yeah, you go ahead.
But that's just like every conversation. Like that's just talking to Jason in general. Yeah, no, you're dumb. There you go. You've now successfully conversed with Jason. Just have it on repeat all the time. My wife does.
All right, go.
All right, so I've played actually quite a few games. I'll try to go in some semblance of order. The one I want to talk about first and foremost is Session, the skate sim. That's in pre-release right now or something like that. Keep me honest, Eric. I don't remember.
It's pre-release.
And,
It's still in beta technically.
Still in beta, and you know what? The game is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It looks very good. It looks very clean. The amount of customization you can do is there. It's not fleshed out all the way you can tell, but it's there. And the world's fun to like get around, skate around, and stuff like that, and explore. And there's plenty of stuff that you can look at and be like, you know what? This would be a really cool trick to pull off, or a place to do a trick, if you could fucking do anything. Don't get me wrong, it is meant to be like a very, very heavy skate sim. So just like we were talking about with Gran Turismo being like, yeah, you can actually get certified by playing this game because it's very technical and stuff like that. They did the same thing, but for skateboarding. And you know, if that really like intrigues you, then Session is going to be your bread and butter. But it's like one of those things where it's just like in the demo, I was sitting there just hammering, just trying to do a fucking grind, and the control aspect of it is just so like very complex for no other reason than just to be like, we got to make it complex because we don't want it to be Tony Hawk. Well, you know what? Tony Hawk was fun, and you could then still pull off the combinations that you needed to do your cool little tricks and stuff like that. And you failed, you at least were able to like do something. You're just like, it wasn't as big of a deal. Where this was just like, hey, pull off a basic grind. And it's just like, I can't even jump, let alone be able to turn my deck in the right way and be able to get it onto the dark side, black side, whatever that you want to say, and all that jazz like that, that I was just getting absolutely mad about in the fucking tutorial. Now you're getting through it. I tried as much as I possibly could. You get one thing down and you're like, this is great. I'm feeling good about this. I'll do that. You do that trick every once in a while. You don't really get the same like level of, hey, there's some scores going on, or that what you did was great or bad or anything like that. But man alive, it was just like, there's just no feedback. It's just like, hey, if you just want to have a skating experience in technicality in a world that's very devoid of anything but cool things that you can look at and be like, that would be really cool if I knew how to skate, then welcome to fucking real life. Because I could walk around and be like, wow, it'd be really dope to pull off a 50-50 grind on this rail right now. Too bad I don't know how to fucking skate. Well, now I can do that in a video game. It'd be so sweet if I could do a 50-50 grind on this rail right now. Too bad I don't know how to fucking skate in my fucking video game. So it was just bugging the shit out of me. And some of the things that they had out there was like, hey, yeah, controls are a little touchy right now. It's a little bit out there and all that stuff like that. But if the brass tacks of it, like the control scheme that they're building is very technical for that. There's some skill to it and the ability of learning on it. But after thinking about it for a while, I finally came to a realization of what it is to me and why I'm probably having a little bit of a hard time with it. Unlike racing sims, there's likely no chance I'm ever going to be able to drive $1 million like car to be able to race in some of these things or something like that, or fly a plane. Like there's probably no chance I'll ever be doing that on my own. I can at any given time pick up my old skateboard and try to skate again and probably kill myself. That's fine and dandy. What this is more akin to, in my opinion, is like Tech Deck. Do you guys remember those toys where it was just like a little finger skateboard where people would like, you know, doing all these on my fingers and stuff like that. And they were fun. They were interesting. But then you had that one friend that was just like really good at Tech Deck.
And way too into it.
Oh, yes.
Way too into it. And he pulled it off. That's the person that's going to like Session. Like, it's just going to be like, I'm pulling off the most insane button combos to make my character do whatever trick that you're wanting to do. And it's just like, look how cool that was. And everyone watching will be like, neat. I can do that. Like, look at me just lifting it up and doing this. Look, I just landed too. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Look at all this cool stuff. That's exactly what it is. So to the people that are like Tech Deck bros and they're all up in it, you'll be celebrated and achieved and all that stuff like that. If you're not into that, if you like Tony Hawk and you're just like, hey, I'm going to skate around, do some cool ass tricks, pull off some button combos, this game is not for you. This is definitely a way more into the style of being a very technical style game. They do have an option where you can turn it on to a Tony Hawk style control, but that's still in beta, like super beta. They even give it a warning being like, hey, you know, this style of gameplay just isn't there yet. I mean, it's very different and the controls just feel even worse. So I didn't even really want to talk about that too much. So for now,
how's the music?
Unless you're just like, The music's actually pretty good. There's a bunch of licensed music in there, and then after like failing on your tutorial like trick to do whatever for like the 100th time, it runs out of licensed music and just goes into like BGM stuff. And the BGM stuff is actually pretty relaxing and chill. So I was like, hey, at least the music's not making me want to rage induce, which is actually kind of better, because some of the worst things about Tony Hawk back in the day was when you're listening to the same Blink-182 song for the 800th time because you can't get through this whole score multiplier that you need to get off. So there were some benefits there. Music's there. It's available. The licensed music's actually pretty good. I didn't recognize a lot of it, but that's okay. That's even better in my opinion. And it was cool. The way you get around, running, I found myself running a whole lot in a skating game just because it was just like, I just want to go there. I'm going to pick up my board and just go there because that made way more sense. And to be honest, just like in real life, if you just need to go up 2 steps like directly to your left, you're not going to do some quick ass like backflip ollie over onto these boards. You're just going to pick up your deck and just set it down. It's real life is what it's really trying to do. So it's there. I was just like, I could probably spend hours learning all the button combinations, trying to get it all down just right, trying to trigger off my kicking on the triggers and pushing down and up on the other stick to do kick flips and all that and stuff like that. I could try to like really get into it, but it's just like, what is my reward here? What am I really working for? And I just wasn't having fun at the end of it. So it's like, you know what? Got through the tutorial, got through the first couple of missions, went to the secondary area. And they're like, hey, here's this whole park. Pull off as many grinds as you can. I was like, motherfucker, it took me like 10 hours just to get through one. What makes you think I'm going to pull off multiple grinds in a row here? Pass. I was out. So that it was my time. And I enjoyed it for that. I think that there's some definite stuff that they could work on to make it more accessible to a lot more people. But if you're just like, yeah, I really want a game that really kind of hammers the intricacies of what skateboarding really is, there you go. Get your tech deck ready and you're gonna have a lot of fun. I also picked up 2 games that I've been like back and forth trading my rest of my time with, and that is Horizon Forbidden West and Elden Ring. And Horizon Forbidden West is fantastic. It's gorgeous. Picks up literally right at the end of Zero Dawn, so there's like no skipping the beat. They did a great job of like introducing you right back into the storyline, giving you like a few missions of reintroducing all of your characters and being like, all right, here's why I have to leave or change up and all that stuff like that. What happened to your old gear, explaining why you need new stuff kind of again. They did a good job of keeping that pretty organic without over.
Are we keeping this spoiler free?
I'm keeping it pretty spoiler free.
That's okay. So I'm just gonna let you talk then, instead of like going like, oh, is it because of blah 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 and blah 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 blah? No.
They did a pretty good job. All this is very early on in the game too, so if you're gonna plan on picking it up, it's great. There's way more storyline and exposition than in the first one, especially with your conversation that you can have with characters, and they really let you explore the lore a lot more with your characters that you're interacting with and throughout as you go through the world, which is very much appreciated, especially as it gets into the details of what the machines and what the other parts of the AI systems in Gaia that you get into. They go into a lot more detail of it, which is really cool. It feels like that there's going to be a little bit more politics in this one than in the first one. There's still some politics in the first one, but this one there you can definitely feel the pressure of her just being like, I just want to save the fucking planet. And everyone's just like, no, there's like rules and shit. And she's just like, fuck all right, I'll kill shit and stuff. Fuck your rules. I have red hair. None of you have
anarchy.
Red hair. That's right. I don't listen to your rules. I'm Aloy. Anyway, I haven't come anywhere close to beating it. It's gargantuan so far. If you enjoyed the first game, you're gonna absolutely enjoy the second game. Like I said, it picks right on up and it moves you right on into pace right away, and it is jaw-droppingly gorgeous.
It
like
does look
the
pretty.
The first area that you're in is literally Zion in Utah, and I was just like, God damn, this looks like almost picture for picture of what it is, because it's just so pretty. And it's one of those games again that's been, every time it happens anymore, I try to make note of where I stop and look around, and I'm just like, wow. Like they really just hammered a lot of the details and stuff like that. Like it was one of those games where you just stop just randomly after you like killed like a pig and you're picking up like the pig skin. You're just kind of looking around and you just notice that there's like bugs crawling on a tree for some reason. It's just like, I would have never noticed this. Why? Like, that's cool that they programmed that in. That's really neat. Like jazz like that. It's just super fun. So really neat, really interesting, great storyline so far. I'm looking forward to spending tons of hours into it because it's just super fun. Elden Ring.
Sounds like Horizon.
And you're playing Elden Ring on the PS5, right?
No, I'm playing Elden Ring on my PC.
God damn it!
I did this on purpose because I did that on purpose because I was like, I can't have both on one console because I'll focus on one.
I honestly want to play it, but I want to play it on my PS5 because, like, everyone's like, "Well, I have a 2060."
I would let you borrow it anyway.
What? No, I've thought about buying it, and I'm like, I want to buy it, and I want to play it on my PS5 though because that's the one that I can play like at like optimal settings. I could stream it without any problems, anything like that. Because I have a 2060, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, I play on a 2060, and it runs okay." And I just have to turn the settings down. I'm like, "Yeah, but then I have to turn the settings down a lot if I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast." So I want to play it on my PS5, but then I don't get to play with any of my friends because everybody's playing it on PC, and there's no cross-platform.
I mean, the multiplayer aspect of Elden Ring is just like any other Souls game. It's not like you can just pal around with your buddy all over the entire fucking map and just have fun. It's like,
hey, you want some help with though?
Not really. No, not really.
It's not like straight up like Borderlands palling around with your buddies.
Right. No.
But at the same point, like you could have your friends there, and then they could come and help you out with battles. It's very much like actually no, because even Code Vein had like actual multiplayer,
right?
Whereas this is like you can only do multiplayer in the boss battles, which is fine.
In like, areas that are that's summonable.
That's the areas that you really need it in, and that's perfectly fine. But at the same point, it's like if I can't do cross-platform like at all, that means I gotta find somebody out there that has a PlayStation that will play it with me.
Well, the thing that bugs me too about, and the reason why, because I have PC and all my buddies that are playing Elden Ring are on PC too, and we still don't play fucking multiplayer because it's like kind of like that double thing. Like it's one thing to be like, "Yo, Eric, I'm about to jump on to Elden Ring. Or about to jump on to Destiny. Let's just say you want to play Destiny." You can be like, "Sure." We jump into the lobby, we're playing together, and now we can go off and have fun together. In Elden Ring, it's just like, "Yo, I'm about to play some Elden Ring. Cool, I'll get on too. Sweet. All right. You're gonna go fight a boss? Yeah, let me get over there for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna tool around. Oh, sorry, I went into a crypt and got distracted for a minute. All right, I'm heading that way now too. Oops, sorry, I'm actually being invaded. I can't quite join you right now. Okay, I'll wait around for a minute. Oh crap, something else happened." It's just like you have to have like it's like trying to organize D&D group with multiplayer in Elden Ring. It's just like
it's actually funny because my D&D group is all playing Elden Rings together.
Exactly. I have so I like the Souls games. They're not my favorite of all time. Like I've played them all and I get through a lot of them. I've beaten all of the Dark Souls games. Sekiro I never really got into that much.
You beat the Mortal shit.
Oh, Mortal Shell, but I'm talking about From Software.
But like Souls-like games titles as well too, and everything like that.
Oh yeah. I do a whole bunch of that stuff. But Elden Ring, I am having a really hard time placing where I would put this at because I have buddies that don't have Souls experience or have played any Souls games. They're looking at Elden Ring, being like, "Looks dope." I was like, "You're right, it does look dope," but I have a hard time being like, "It's definitely the one you should get into," because if you get into it, you're gonna be like disappointed because it's a Souls game. And if you don't know what a Souls game is and you just jump into it, you're gonna be like, "Wow, okay, I'm not gonna get past the first level because it's frustrating." And it's not hard. And that's the other part of this. This is by far the easiest Souls game, period. Like if anyone's sitting there be like, "No, the boss is really tough," and so like, no, shut up. It's super, super easy. The amount of save points they give you, the amount of like extra save points that they give you that you don't even have to like activate in any way, shape, or form. And the way that you can just go power level yourself any given time is just like so much easier than any Souls game where you're just constantly dreading about what was right around the corner. That's what I think was the big thing for me, is that you don't have that constant dread. Yes, there's like catacombs and stuff that you go into. It's just like, hey, it's a single experience and you can't really die. Otherwise, you got to start over at the beginning. But those things aren't big. It's not like you're going to lose like 3 levels worth of runes or, souls and stuff like that to then be dropped off because of some cheap ass thing you're running through. Also, it's just like, hey, there's so many save spots that you can just sprint by stuff, and you do all the time. They gave you a horse, for Christ's sake. Run around shit. Doesn't matter anymore. Just go. And it's just like, It's like there's so many times you're just like, oh no, I died. Get on my horse, just sprint by whatever killed me, grab my runes, and just like, okay, bye, no conflict, no problem to me. Have a nice day. You know, it's just it's super simple. It's super simple. And if you know what you're doing, if you're getting into, then yeah, you'll have no problem. If you're a typical player and you've never played a Souls game before and you follow the prompts of where to go on the map, then you're gonna run into your first boss and be like, holy shit. Actually, you're gonna run into that first giant and you'd be like, holy shit, where am I? I'm stuck. I don't even know what to do anymore. And I'm frustrated. And then you've just paid $60 for a barely 5-hour experience and you're absolutely pissed off. So that's why I'm having a hard time with like absolutely placing it. It is a fun game. I've enjoyed it. The exploration of a Souls game to me is what's making it, because there's one thing I never really liked about the Souls game is that even though there's exploration, it's still very linear, and the non-linear parts of the Souls games are going to be because you've read a wiki and you understand how the these sub characters that you're talking to have helped you unlock these other areas of how you can get these secret passageways. You're not just unlocking that shit on your own with no reason.
Your kids and hide
Elden
your
Ring
wife.
at least lets you be like, hey, there's something over there. Why don't you go check it out? I will Elden Ring. I will do that. And I'll go over there and check it out and find out that it's something else that I can do. And if it's too hard, guess what? There's another thing that I just passed on the way here. I'll check that out instead and have fun. And then that's what it's all about. They give you so much shit. And it's fun just for that. I wish that there was more to it still. I wish that the lore is there. They do a little bit better job of having some actual, not cutscenes, because they don't really do that, but like just like, hey, here's some explanation, here's some exposition, just a little bit, a nice little tiny taste, instead of just the existential dread that's in every single other Souls game ever. It's just like, we're all here repeating the same shit because life is pain. Welcome to fucking bullshit. I'm just like, all right, that sounds great for a storyline. Let's do it. Elden Ring's just like, oh, life is pain. We're all stuck in this perpetual bullshit life. But here's a pretty lady that'll explain it to you better. Yeah, okay. I'll get behind that a little bit more.
I'll take a pretty lady explaining it to me any day of the week.
Yep. It's better every single time a pretty lady can explain it to me. Pretty lady shows up for 5 seconds, even tells you that she's never going to see you again, gives me a horse, fucks off. Best experience of the game so far.
You know what, though? I'll even take a very beautiful man.
Yeah,
beautiful man.
Yeah, I mean, Devil May Cry showed us that we're fine with that too.
Yep,
absolutely. I'm behind this 100%.
100%.
I do like seeing the thing of like the lady that like hugs you. It's like you shouldn't do that because like debuffs you or whatever. It's like, but she's hugging me.
I just want to hug.
What's hilarious that she does give you a debuff. And at the same time, she gives you an item after you hug. If you use that item on yourself, then you lose 5% health, 5% for like 10 minutes, and then the debuff's gone. And it takes you like 10 minutes to get out of the fucking area that she's in anyway. So it's just like, okay, like it's not even a big deal. So you go hug that lady. Go hug her.
Hang on. So it's almost as if you came.
Yes, 100%. You're hugging this lady.
5% health reduction. You're debuffed a little bit, but you'll replenish fairly quickly. You're
tired. Go drink some sports.
Little tired. You'll be fine. Go get a Pedialyte. You'll be good.
Get back in there, big guy. Get back in there.
Get back in there.
Hug is all it takes.
Hey man, after COVID, like for a lot of people, that is all it took. A lot of people were just like,
I need to go lay down.
I know that Jason didn't come in his pants, but there was an audible sound the first time that he hugged me after like a year.
Eric.
There was an audible sound on my side too.
Yeah, every time. Every time.
Oh.
Every time we touch. I do oh fuck, I was gonna say something else, so it was gonna be so my biggest gripe though, two gripes on the PC, and I have pretty good PC. It is locked at 60 frames. It does drop below that sometimes when it gets pretty hectic. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. And there's no ultra wide screen support, which is fucking bullshit. And that always pisses me off because it's such a gorgeous game. Such a gorgeous game. If they could have just given me that ultra wide, it would have just been so fucking sweet. It'd have been so dope.
Yeah, but you have a 3060 and it stutters already, even not on ultra wide. How much worse would it be?
Doesn't stutter. I mean, it's well, it
drops frames.
There.
It drops frames below 60. It
does drops.
And you've got a 3060 with. Did you upgrade the RAM?
Yeah, it's 32.
with 32 gigs of RAM and a 3600. I mean, that's no slouch PC by any stretch. So it's a blessing and a curse, I guess you would say.
Sure. I mean, my monitor is just so freaking humongous. It gives me all the nits, and I just want them nits to be pretty all the time.
Yeah, you should turn them nits back on again. Scare the shit out of everybody in chat.
Get some of that bright action.
All the nits.
I just love that all you can see is the pupils of the eyes and your mouth.
It burns. So good.
That's how Jason gets a tan now, everybody. He just throws up that white one. He just like sits there like this for a few minutes. Gets a little extra like cooking going on. It's good.
I mean, outside? Who does that? I don't know who does that at all.
Who the fuck goes outside? I am outside for maybe a max of like 30 seconds. I think it's about 15 seconds to get to my car. No, so it's like a minute. 15 seconds to get to the car, 15 seconds to get out of the car, and then same thing when I go into the office. It's just that. That's pretty much it.
I mean, I was outside for a while when we did the ghost hunt in the cemetery, but we waited.
That was in moonlight.
Yeah,
we waited for the sun to go away.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because that one was earlier. That one wasn't a 1 o'clock in the morning thing.
No, that was more like a little after 6:30 start time.
Yeah, that one was like just after dusk. It's like, all right, let's start looking for ghosts. Okay, Jason, last game.
So last game. Oh shit, I forgot the tagline. What was it, Eric?
Oh, come on, man.
I know. I was trying to look it up just right now. I'm just like, shit.
Now you're gonna make me look it up.
I am. You're supposed to have all this. You're way more organized.
Why do I have to have all of this? I'm like the guy that already got it for you. It's Gunborg Dark Matters.
Thank you, Gunborg.
Especially because I was the one that requested this game. But I 100% requested it with Jason in mind. I watched the trailer for this, and I was like, I'll play that. But that's a Jason game. Like, 100% a Jason game. So
Gunborg is a twitchy, side-scrolling shooter that is like akin to Splasher or Super Meat Boy. If you want to be really,
I was gonna say it's like Super Meat Boy with a gun is kind of what I was with a gun.
Yeah,
grabbing.
I mean, if you really want to get into it, and what's cool is that you can change out your gun with whatever you find. You start off with just a sword, and you can run around, sword and a shield, and it's all techno
Pokemon
style. So sword and shield, and you're throwing out animals to abuse. It's great.
It's legalized cockfighting, everybody.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. It's none of that at all. You run around. The story is that you sound like you're a bounty hunter, and you're attacking a ship to take back whatever for your boss and to capture the leaders of the ship. And you kind of attack your way through the spaceship, killing everything in your sight. You start off with a sword. You can take any gun from any enemy that you fell, and the weapons range from everything from like a machine gun, pistol, all the way up to like gravity guns, flamethrowers, all kinds of stuff like that. It is an arcade style shooter, meaning the more you hit people without being hit yourself, it increases your score multipliers, which will then increase your damage, which is kind of a nice little like bonus when you do A-OK and actually get along with stuff like that. I'm not that great of a gamer at these things, but I do enjoy them so much. So whenever you did get that bonus, it was a lot of fun. The shield is just activatable, and it's an electronic shield. It bounces back attacks. So it's a great way for any attack that's coming your way to send it back to your enemy, and you just got to be really quick about it and jump around. You can also use the shield to bounce off of like spikes or crystals that would kill you normally, and that way you can kind of do a little bit better platforming by bouncing around in areas that would normally kill you, which is different. Everything has limits. You can only bounce like 3 times with the shield. You run out of ammo on all your weapons all the time, so you're constantly switching them out and jumping around and moving around and stuff like that. Like I said, it is very twitchy, very quick-paced, and very much an arcade shooter. But if you're into that kind of stuff of being able to get the perfect run of doing your wall jumps and blasting people and pulling off some great shots, it's fun. It's a twin stick shooter, so you're moving with your left hand and then aiming with your right. And then what threw me off for the longest time is that all other controls of the game are on the triggers. So jump is actually L to left trigger, and shield is like left bumper, and throwing your weapon or attacking is right bumper, and firing is right trigger. So I mean, there's like everything's done on the bumpers and your thumbsticks. You don't use the buttons at all for anything, which was kind of interesting. It worked well because there was times when you have to move quick, and being able to just kind of like trigger on them had a little bit more, felt like twitchy access to it. But I would be completely lying if I didn't say I hit X a billion times to jump that ended up just fucking me up on levels, like a billion times. I even like debated on just being like, X should just be jump and my sword should just be square. Like, let's just call it as it is. Like, there's just no reason for me to have anything else. I was like, no, let's play the game that was intended, and it works out in later levels when you have to be a little bit more fast with it. Oh, I think you're muted, Eric. You are.
I did mute. Sorry, I coughed earlier and then I like muted, so it's like okay. I thoroughly like it. Took a little bit of getting used to on the change in what you had, but that it made sense at least. Like it 100% made sense.
Fluid.
The changes, like it felt like there was a reason for doing it. And after a while, like I was like, oh no, yeah, this is actually faster to do it this way. And what was really cool is that then they were able to take advantage of the tension like adjustments and whatnot in the triggers, which was kind of cool. So you got a little bit more of the haptic feedback within the controller and everything like that. So that all made sense.
The bosses were intriguing. There's like 3 sub bosses, which are all the same one, and then 3 main bosses that are very different, each of them. Each one had a nice little puzzle element to them you had to kind of figure out, but it wasn't just like, oh, it's a puzzle and then you beat the boss. No, there's still a little bit to it, to figure out the moves and the moveset and the dodging and all that jazz like that, which was entertaining enough without being like aggressively like hard for no other reason than just being hard. Super enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with it. If anything, it went by way too fast. I played the entire game on stream. I streamed last week because Eric was sick, and he was also sick.
I'm mentally sick
last week. He is mentally sick. He was sick last week, so I streamed it on Twitch and had fun. Beat the whole thing. Of course, my internet crapped out at the very end there, but I did get through it all. So you had the first chance to see us. I beat it first type thing, and that was a lot of fun. But I mean, the whole game, including extra stuff, spoiler free, was roughly about 2.5 3 hours. And there is like, you can go back and get like S rank on all your stuff and jazz like that I have zero desire to do in a game, because I'm not 6 anymore to have billions of hours to do that to myself. But it was a super enjoyable game, and it was super like entertaining. The storyline was there. It actually had some twists, even though there was like maybe 10 lines of dialogue. There's enough in there to set up a story, an idea what you're doing here, and the twist at the end that was just kind of fun. And so for that alone, I enjoyed every bit of it. Given the price point too, which, oh God, I should have looked that up too. I am a great podcaster.
You're amazing podcaster.
I am great podcasting's person for $12. It's $12 on Steam right now, dude. For a $12 game, like, you go see a movie and you're already paying more than that, and you're done in 2 hours anyway. Here's a lot more fun and a lot more entertainment that you're gonna get out of it.
More replay.
9 out of 10, as far as, and way more replay. 9 out of 10 game of what you're able to do and have fun with, and I just enjoyed every moment of it. Something else that was really cool that they did is at the end with the credits, they showed the design process of what the game started off with, like literally at like stick figure drawings of what the game was, like the idea phase, like bar napkin drawing of it all, and then all the different design iterations that it went through all the way through until the final release, which was really cool. And the game looked incredibly different, probably just even like a year ago and stuff like that. It was really cool to see that and the design idea behind it for a smaller studio game. So really well done. Really enjoyed the time with it. Well worth the time if you're into a twitchy Super Meat Boy shooter slasher type game.
I enjoyed the shit out of that game. I was actually playing it because I was like, okay, well, I got 2 games to play, and I was playing on Discord for one of the other guys that does I Beat It First stuff with us, Bulldog, he counts as an I Beat It First guy. He's been on the podcast and he's co-streamed with us and everything like that. He's an honorary member, so he was able to watch with me. But he came in and he was like, I thought you were playing that other game. I'm like, I am. When I'm done playing this game. In about 20 more minutes, man, I'm like, okay, I need to stop playing this game because I'm just gonna keep playing this game. It was a fun game. It was extremely fun. So highly recommend anybody that.
Oh, dope ass soundtrack too.
Yeah, dope soundtrack. It was really good. So good job on that. It was a very very fun game. So as Jason said, go ahead and pick that up. And we were playing it on PlayStation. You can get it on PC as well. But Gunborg Dark Matters, which was a fun game. I'll talk about the game that I played after that last. So first, let's talk Destiny. So the Witch Queen came out, and the Witch Queen has come out since the last podcast, and I've been playing it. Hands down, extremely fun. And from what everybody that's been playing Destiny for years, and I just finally picked up Destiny not too long ago again. Everybody says that it is the best expansion that they've had in a very long time, if not the best expansion that they have had for Destiny 2. So it is a hands down amazing expansion to go. And the great thing is that when they did it, they re-leveled everything out. So you don't have to worry about being behind on your light level or anything like that. Because everybody got brought into the same level within that. Now, granted, yes, you are gonna, if you start now, you're gonna be behind because there's so many people that have been playing for weeks and weeks and weeks that you're gonna be behind with it. So you are gonna have a yeah, God damn it.
Yay, princess time. We need to have a song that goes along with it.
No songs on podcast one though, so
no, I mean that we're gonna serenade you with.
It's princess time. Come on, grab your friends.
Podcast princess.
We'll go to very pink lands.
Eric looks super cute, so kawaii. Eric.
Hey, and I gotta turn put my field of view out a little bit so you can see it better. There we go.
Looks like Dreams got 105,000 points.
Dreams didn't get all of it.
Good lord.
I think she's the one that voted.
No, there were 2 people that voted. I think. I don't know, unless Dreams got them all, in which case, good job, Dreams.
More princess time coming up.
Oh, God. Okay. Anyways, where the fuck was I? It extremely solid. Actually, probably some of the better storytelling that I have had. Even going through a lot of because in the playthrough we were going through and I was kind of hearing a lot of the storytelling that was going on in the background for it. This is hands down some of the best storytelling that I've heard in any of the Destiny stuff that I've played through. They added in both the main Witch Queen setup, but then a side section that some people might miss called for psyops, where it's they're trying to figure out a whole bunch of other things, and they really delve into the line between good guys and bad guys, and when you should and shouldn't feel bad about doing things to the bad guys and stuff like that. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I would say definitely hands down, if you want to play Destiny, if you've thought about playing Destiny, this is the expansion to get into. As we did say earlier, they have said that this is the beginning of the end for Destiny 2 now. They are getting into the wind down for the story, in which case this is a very large story that's been set up. I mean, it's something that they've been working on for a couple of years now with the whole Savathun side back storyline and everything like that. So it's definitely something to get into and play around with. Highly recommend. I've been putting lots of hours in. Very, very, very entertaining. Genshin Impact has also released their 2.5 set, in which case you can do a lot of fun things. The expansion that they did in the water area, hands down, one of the largest and best expansions, non-continent adding expansions that they've had. A huge area. It feels like added content. Doesn't just feel like tacked on story or anything like that. It's not just a go in, run this dungeon 10 times and get all the things. It actually is an area that you go in, you explore, you solve puzzles, you do all the things, you get treasure chests, the whole 9 yards. Really, really fun, really, really good. Good time to play Genshin as well if you're looking to play Genshin. I did play one other game that I'm trying to think, and I don't remember what it is now. So we're just going to go on to the meat and potatoes of the Cursed King and the Great Hero. The Cruel King, not Cursed King. The Cruel King and the Great Hero. So this is a game that NIS sent. So it's another Nipponichi Software game, in which case, as we've talked about before, NIS like basically makes video games for IBIF first. Like that's hands down, like that's what it is. They're just like, hey, we know what our audience is. It's these three assholes that do a podcast and run a video game website. Like that's it. And you know what? They like us. So it's totally fine.
And we like them.
We like them a lot. They have some really cool fucking people that work there. Mm-hmm. But either way, The Cruel King and the Great Hero is a game that they sent me, and they're like, yeah, here you go. You can't stream it. You can't talk about it. You can't review it for 2 weeks. I'm like, all right. Okie dokie. Thanks a lot. Much like Monarch when we got it. I'm like, okay, I can't do shit for it. With good reason, because it's a very narrative-driven story. Like it's pretty much all it is narrative, and my God, good story. As far as the way it's set up, everybody who's watching me is like, I have a feeling that this game is going to like punch me in the gut, and I'm like, oh, this game's gonna punch you in the gut, like hands down, like immediately you know what's gonna happen, and that is because the twist that is really given early on is that the Cruel King is the dragon that is raising the little girl, and the little girl is the daughter of the hero, and he is raising her just so that she can gain enough power to kill him later.
Good.
And then there's the whole thing of like, well, why is the dragon raising the little girl? Why isn't the great hero raising the little girl? Oh. So, you like feels. This is going to be that game for you. Also, this game is so fucking cute. It's like I think I got like 6 cavities from this game.
So cute and sweet.
It's so cute and sweet.
It's ridiculous.
It's so awesome. Everything's hand-drawn. The entire game, 100%, is all hand-drawn, which is really, really cool. And the animations in the characters and their battle and everything like that is like fluid and works really great. The great thing about this game, though, is so she's this little like 6-year-old girl that's running around, and at the beginning she's got like a stick, and that's her sword. She's like, I'm gonna go on an adventure, and she's like, hey, Dad. She refers to the dragon as Dad. Can I go out? Can I make my way down the mountain? He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And the dragon is literally like in the background of the game the entire time, because he's doing the whole helicopter parent, like, oh my God, I don't think she's going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to help her out with this. And he does, like, there's certain times where she'll, like, come across some boulders blocking the path, and she'll be like, wait, maybe a mighty swing will do it. And she'll go to hit him, and the dragon will, like, pop his head around, and he'll shoot a fireball right at the boulders and blow the boulders up right as she hits it. And she's like, yay, I did it! And you're just like, oh my God, that's so cute! And then she gets a flaming sword attack. And what's awesome about the flaming sword attack is she'll just be sitting there, and every time it does it, and every time you go, oh my God, that's stinking cute, is she raises her sword up in the air, and she's like, yeah, and she puts her power into the sword to make it catch on fire, and then you see the little dragon head in the background go poof and shoot the sword with a fireball, so the sword catches on fire, and then she attacks and kills the enemy with it. Mm-hmm. And it never gets old the entire time. You're just like, nope, that's stinking cute. It's awesome. It's great. I love it. That's the attack that I want to use every goddamn time. The magic system that they have for it works extremely well. As you level up, you can bank more and more magic that's set. But basically, you get to a point where it plateaus, and you're like, okay, like I have to use this. So you like, there's no sense in sitting on things, because you're just going to replenish your stamina within that, and you replenish 1 point for every round of combat, or 2 points for any round that you defend. So you can kind of bank them up and use a little strategy that way if you really need to get something to do it. In the while that I played this game, I played it over 2 streams, many hours into it. I didn't really have like a shit ton of strategy. There was one time where I just wasn't paying attention and characters died. And I'm like, yeah, that was on me. I also was hopped up on antibiotics and other medication at this time too. So, not gonna lie, I probably wasn't in the best space. It was a miracle that I was streaming at all and streaming with cam on. I got to a point where I just like looked at the camera and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put the camera on. I'm like, I look like shit. No one's gonna care. It's fine. Because I look like I feel. But game is extremely cute. It is a little slow, but that's because it's a side-scrolling dungeon crawl type game. If you ever played, I had to think of the game when it came up. It's like Odin Sphere and whatnot, to where it's like you move across and then you move up and you move down and whatnot. They're a little slow paced on that. You jump into combat and you do all those, and they work. It works well. It's just going from one area to another is a little slow and tedious. There is an issue with like that up until you get the ability to teleport. And then once you activate the fairy ponds or the fairy pools, then you can teleport from fairy pool to fairy pool all over the place and do all sorts of things. There's a shit ton of side quests. Like at one point, like I was just sitting there and I'm like, I haven't even gotten to the next story. I've just gone on like 6 side quests and just gone through and done everything. Do what?
Typical.
Yeah, typical. And it was very much like you're just going through and you're doing it. Everybody that was on it, you were treated to sick Eric voices, which were nowhere near as good as they normally are. But, it was fine. I had a shit ton of fun playing this game. I loved the crap out of it. It's a little slow, but if you're used to playing those types of games and you like those types of games, you'll feel right at home. NIS very rarely can do any wrong, in my opinion. There's been a couple of games that I've just been like, that one wasn't very good. This one, though, hands down, appeals to so many different people. And if you don't feel anything or think that this is like stinking cute, then you have no heart whatsoever. And we now know that you are a cold vampire. That's it. Like, thank you for letting us know. This is the cold vampire test. Like that's all it is. Like, you have no heart. You can't do anything with it. This game is the cutest fucking thing. But I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Nice. Hands down. All right. Amazing game. Everybody should play it. It was tons of fun. Like I said, cuteness for fucking days the entire time. All the dialogue, the main character, the side characters for it, everything about it. And then you just know that as you go into it, you're going to get fucking punched in the gut. Like, hardcore. Like, just keep that in mind as you're playing this game. You're like, oh my god, this is so cute. Oh my god, I'm going to get punched in the gut, like, really, really badly. Oh god, this is going to hurt, isn't it? Well,
yep.
That's what we're here for, folks. So 9 out of 10, hands down. Everyone should play it. It is a great game. And have we ever given a 10 out of 10? I don't think we ever have.
I think we've given like 1 each. Like, it's very rare.
It's very rare.
Super rare. Because even something like Breath of the Wild, I'm like, hey, that game was great. You want to know what sucked? Your fucking weapons breaking. That was annoying as shit. 9.5 out of 10. But beyond that, amazing game. Everybody should play. Pick it up. The Cruel King and the Great Hero. It is available PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC. No, not on PC yet. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Oh wait, no, it is on PC. Never mind. Right? The Cruel Hero. The Cruel King and the Great Hero. I thought it was. Maybe not. Nope, never mind. Switch and PlayStation 4 or 5. So there you go. But if you've got either of those, grab it. Tons of fun. Very, 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 very well worth the game. And it's $30. I mean, that's not bad considering like I played it for 6 hours on stream, at least, and I still hadn't beat it. But dear God, this game's fucking cute as shit. Like hands down, it's like the cutest fucking game. She's even got like a little fang and everything for it. It's fucking awesome. It's super cute. But yeah, everyone pick it. All right. So that's it for the I Beat It First podcast. Thanks everybody for sticking with us. Sorry we didn't have one last week, but we made up for it. We had a good podcast this week.
Yep.
But you can find us at Facebook, IBeatItFirst.com, Twitter, IBeatItFirst, Instagram, IBeatItFirst. You can also find us at our main website, IBeatItFirst.com, or IBIF.co in order to send to all of your friends so that they can find out where to find the podcast on all major platforms. You know, whatever their platform of choice is, they can go ahead and grab that. Good night, Raina. You can also catch us on Twitch where we live stream the podcast as we're recording it before it goes up and gets edited and whatnot and so on and so forth. But it gets live streamed on twitch.tv/IBitItFirst. Oh, yes, Chad is also reminding me you can go to lonelyhouseplants.com in order to find the podcast. You can also go to stupidjason.com in order to find the podcast as well. We have a plethora of URLs that refer back to our website because Jason is a URL whore. I mean, it's A-okay in my book. But yes, you can find us everywhere, do all the things. Make sure that you tell everybody about us, like, share, yada, yada, yada. These also go up on YouTube, thanks to Chris, who has finally taken the effort for one of us to do something to go onto YouTube because we hadn't touched it in like 3 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So all of our VODs can be found on YouTube, which is good because they last a hell of a lot longer than everything else. All right. But that is it for the podcast. We will be doing the exercises, at which point it's basically like the guys are going to do like 1 or 2 and then you're just going to watch me struggle for a while after the podcast is over. And then after that we are isuckatgames.com. There you go. Yep. That's another good one. And then after that we are going to be rating out, but we cannot end any podcast without
bye-bye.
Recording
I like
stopped.
that one. That one was good. The mic didn't cut out. It just stayed sustained. You actually didn't waver that much. I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Good job.
You've been
Chris.
practicing. You've been practicing.
You have been.
Yes.
Okay.
You're here by yourself.
Submissions for exercises have been closed. Anything that you do will be rejected immediately. So no more of that. But Jesus Christ. Hang on, I gotta scroll back a bit. All right.
Yeah, what are we even doing?
Push-ups.
I think I just have squats.
Squats.
I think
Squats.
I think we have squats instead of Jason.
Sit-ups.
Squats and sit-ups.
Push-ups. Squats.
I haven't done a sit-up.
Okay, you guys have squats.
Woo.
And you guys have sit-ups. Yeah.
Squat strong.
So you have 10 squats, 10 sit-ups. I have 10.
You have things.
I have 20.
I'm gonna start doing my exercises
30,
so I can like boot up Elden Ring
40
while you're still finishing.
Squats. Yeah. 10.
40. All right, Dreams, you're cool.
30 sit-ups and 10, 20. Okay, and 20 push-ups. All right, so 40 squats, 30 sit-ups, and 20 push-ups. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't just come off of an illness. Thanks, Dreams.
I think I can do my squats still.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Oh, I can't wear right.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38,
Watch my fanny.
39, 40. Okay.
So
40
many.
squats.
Just to do so many.
So many. Hang on, I gotta take the hoodie off now.
Yeah, strip.
It started getting warm in here. It's already 80 in the office because I've had it closed up. We don't have the AC on or anything, so.
I know. It's warm in here too. It's gonna get warmer. Whew. Got the vapors looking at you on that ground, boy.
Ooh, sexy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're now doing
6.
the what we should change our what the
7.
what we're doing from just chatting to watching
8.
Eric do sit-ups.
9.
I'm out of there.
I gotta start counting out loud.
Because you can't count past 10.
No, I'm getting out of breath.
I think Chris died or 2.
He did.
He went down for his. Okay. This is the Watch Eric Suffer channel where we watch all of the Erics suffer. Oh, there he is. There's Chris.
Okay, that's 20.
It's so funny because it's just a little gray, blurred.
Oh yeah. I really need to go pee too. I'm like, all right, gonna take this opportunity.
Oh yeah,
those exercises did not
exercises
help at
on a
all.
bladder. Yeah.
I was like, nope, need to go. Bye.
Bye.
He's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, he is.
All right, that's 30. It doesn't help that I did a Truly and an IPA.
Truly an IPA pre-workout. That doesn't sound too bad.
No.
Those aren't real push-ups either. Wuss. Get off your knees.
Not on my knees.
Pre-workout champions.
Yeah, right. Chris is bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh my god.
That was a full-on thing, man.
It was. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Who are we going to rate into? Who wants music? Anyone want music?
Sure.
All right, we're going to rate into Violet.
Cool. Yeah, I can do some music. Hydrate, yeah.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
All right. We're going to rate into Violet, everybody. Thanks a lot, everyone, for sticking around. Thanks for being a bunch of bullies. We love you guys. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.